Okay, so I wanted to minimize my stay here. Last time we came, we ended up staying a month, and that cycle failed, and so basically we just got a really good vacation. This time I thought, talking to my doctor, I could minimize the stay to under 2 weeks. Since we're not trying to stimulate and get eggs, we're using donor eggs. One thing you have to do though is you have to prepare your lining, your uterine lining, in order to accept the embryo. And in order to do that, you have to take a ton of estrogen. And if you look it up online, it's called estrogen priming. And you could really take your estrogen priming for a week and then come up here and see your doctor and already have your uterine lining in place. Because when we got here, we came, we flew here. First of all, it starts on cycle day 1, right? Which is the first day of your period is cycle day 1. So we got here on cycle day, 3? So, and I thought that was gonna be enough time to get my uterine lining in order, but when we got here, especially since I'm older, we realized real quick that it was going to take more time. So he told me, take all this estrogen and come back in a week. So theoretically, we could have stayed at home in the States, taking this estrogen, preparing this lining. But you really need to be able to work with your OBGYN. And the reason I came to Mexico was because doctor's appointments are cheaper. And so in the States, if I had to check in with my OBGYN 2 times and have them do an ultrasound to see the size of my lining, it would cost me a couple $100. My insurance didn't want to pay for it because my doctors already know that I'm trying to get pregnant. They know it's not health related, that it's not detrimental to my health, so my insurance doesn't cover it. So it would cost me $500 to see my doctor twice and have ultrasounds. So I said, screw it, it's cheaper just to come over here. But if you have a doctor and good insurance, you could theoretically prepare your uterine lining at home. With that said, the way you prepare your uterine lining is with estradiol. I have estradiol, 2 milligrams that I got my doctor to prescribe for me in the States. So that way, I go ahead and start taking it. I did get a 3-day jump. We did come on cycle day 3, and most doctors are going to tell you to come on cycle day 1. So we did get 3 days knocked off. When we got here, he looked at my uterine lining. He said it was small. But you definitely want to make sure you get here before you shed your uterine lining, which is basically what your period is. Your period sheds your uterine lining, but the blood doesn't necessarily mean you're actually shedding your lining. It just means you're starting. So if you see blood, don't worry. Just make sure you're taking your estrogen. So this I'm taking 3 times a day, 2 milligrams estradiol. And when I got here, he said it's not enough. And he prescribed me this Sandarina, which is a transdermal estrogen, and you put it on your skin. So for the first week, I was doing 3 times a day, 2 milligrams estradiol, and then once a day, the Sandarina gel at night. And you put that on just like a lotion, and it's an alcohol-based product. And so we went to the doctor today, and he said that my uterine lining was how big?
6 millimeters.
6 millimeters.
And it needs to be 7.
It needs to be 7. Online, they say 8. So it definitely needs more. So he said you need to start doing the Sandarina twice a day, which right now, taking this 3 times a day and this 1 time a day is already too much for me. I already feel like an emotional basket case. But we're gonna add it 1 more time and try to get it to where he needs to get, because getting a 43-year-old woman pregnant is science, and you've got to take these medicines. So we're gonna show you how to apply it. You can apply it on your arms, legs, tummy. Where can you not apply it?
Your breasts your head.
And your head, that's right. Estrogen, high levels of estrogen correlate with greater instances of cancer, specifically breast cancer and cysts in your ovaries. And you don't want that. So you want to keep it away from those spots. But you got to do what you got to do, right? So we're going to put it on. I've been rotating. I did leg 1, leg 2, arm 1, arm 2, and then tummy. Leg 1, leg 2, arm 1, arm 2, and then tummy. I've been rotating. Today is tummy day. You guys get to see my fat, flabby stomach. So what we're gonna do is, I've just been putting it on like this, and then just kind of rubbing it in. One thing you don't want to do is get estrogen on your man or your bed sheets or anything. As you can see, it's kind of like it's just like an alcohol. It's like hand sanitizer, really. So we're just rubbing it on. I actually like it better than the pills because the pills.
Nobody likes taking pills.
Well, no, the pills are just strong. They have to go through your stomach to break down. This goes through your skin, so there's no like nausea side effects or whatever. You just let it go, and then apply that twice a day. And we've been doing this for 10 days now. We'll do it for another 2 days, and then we'll let you know how it works out. Thanks for watching. Check out my other IVF videos from Guadalajara, and feel free to contact me if you are interested in finding out more information about medical tourism and IVF in Mexico. Thanks for watching.